my little fairy foxes. We are here with some Let's Talk. Because I'm here to talk. And I just feel like talking right now. So, a lot's been going on the past few months. Figured I'd give you guys kind of an update. I've been posting a lot on like social media about what's going on, but like I haven't really talked about it in any videos, obviously. I've just been kind of doing games and random things and whatever. Okay, so at the beginning, wait, how do I start this? Okay, I have always wanted to study abroad. I have always thought it would be a great opportunity to go to a different country, to be able to immerse myself in another culture. And I didn't think that would ever be possible because studying abroad is super expensive and it takes a lot of resources, and I just didn't think it was possible if it weren't for having certain grants. Then I wouldn't be able to go to school, go to college, and not have to. I still have to pay a little bit, but I don't have to pay as much as I would have to. But with my school, they have various programs that our university works with other universities around the world, and the one I'm going to specifically is Nagoya University of Foreign Studies. It's kind of weird how I started to do this. Usually, I don't know if usual is the right word, but people, you know, you plan for these kind of things at least a year in advance or something like that. Whenever I started college, like, oh god, 3 years ago, whenever I started college 3 years ago, I knew I wanted to study abroad, but I wasn't sure if that was a feasible option. They say that your junior year or your third year is the best time to go study abroad, which is right now for me. So at the beginning of this year, well, let me start with the end of last year. At the end of last year, I quit my job at Dairy Queen, and I ended up getting a job with the university. My major is film and production, so I got a job with the Multimedia Development Center on campus, and I've been working with them, and I took some time off between the beginning of the semester when I'd be starting my next job and the end of my last job. So on December 15th, I quit my job, and I decided to take the next few weeks until January to just relax myself, because fast food is very, very, I felt like I was going crazy there. I was just not the best person. I was always angry, stressed out, snapping on people. I was not the best me that I knew I could be. And that really frustrated me and upset me. So I was glad whenever I finally got this job, and I've been here since January, and it's April now, and it's a really good job. It's a lot less stressful in different ways, in ways that I can manage, and it's helping me build a resume for whenever I graduate. But at the beginning of this year, I started looking into exchange programs, which it's not the first time I've looked into exchange programs. I've done it before, and I'm just like, you know, it'd be expensive to go to where I want to go, which is Japan, because it's literally like 12 hours away from here. So I thought about it, and I thought about it, and just finally I was like, you know what? I'm going to study abroad, and if I'm going to study abroad anywhere, I'm going to make it Japan, the place that I want to go to. So that started the process of filling out paperwork. With study abroad, we had to fill out an application to the exchange program, an application to the university that we wanted to go to, and we had to write an essay, and we had to get 2 letters of recommendation written. Now, I am a very shy person. I don't like to go out of my comfort zone if I don't have to. But I've been finding increasingly lately that if I need to get something done, I can get something done, and that has been a great confidence booster. It's been amazing to just, before I just couldn't, I'd be scared to ask anything. I'd be scared to even talk to my professors, like, especially whenever I started college, where, you know, you're in a room with a few hundred people. That professor doesn't know you unless you go, like, introduce yourself, and I wasn't gonna do that. I just wanted to go to class and go home, make grades that I needed to, whatever. I went to my music professor, and I asked her, and she immediately said yes. And I was like, oh, great, now I just need to get one more, because I had to have two. So, the previous semester, I had this really, really nice professor, and she was in my major. I chose a professor from my major classes and my minor classes. Whenever you go to the exchange program, they want to make sure that you've done your research, that you've looked into the culture, you're not just going in blind, if you're capable of staying away from your family, if you're responsible enough to stay away from your family for that period of time, and if you know what you're doing and are doing this responsibly, of course. And if you're mature enough to go abroad and represent not just the United States or your country, but you as a university student, you're representing their university, so they want to know that you're capable of all these things. And so I had to get up a bit early and go to there to have my interview to see if I would be accepted into the program. The professor I was wanting to ask about writing the second letter of recommendation, she had office hours before my next class. So after the interview, I went straight to her class and I asked her, hey, do you think you could write me a letter of recommendation? And she was like, yeah, of course. And I'm like, what? I'm confused. I thought, I mean, it's not like I thought that professors were just like going to be like, no, I'm not going to write you a letter of recommendation. I just thought it was going to be a little bit harder than what it was. So I did all that, and I waited a while before I heard back if I'd been accepted or not. And in that time period, I was looking up scholarships like crazy, because it was gonna, like, it said it was gonna cost $18,000, because I planned on going for a year. If I was going at all, I was gonna go a year. I was gonna go to Japan. Like, I was gonna make this happen somewhere or another, whether I had to work all summer, whatever needed to be done. So I started applying to 11 different scholarships, which was not too difficult because I only had to write like one kind of essay, and they pretty much all accepted the same wording of essay, same length, so it wasn't too much changing with the essays. But it was kind of a lot of paper. I printed off a lot of paper. But so far I've gotten 4 or 5 responses, and I've only gotten one of them, which isn't too bad. I'm hopeful about one of them, and if I can get that one, then that will really help my expenses for the entire year. And then I have one more that I'm going to apply to that I need to get done soon, but I have to get a official transcript, and I have to pay for that, so that's kind of, it's $10, and I don't really want to pay $10 for my own transcript, but it's a thing that we have to do. I'm super excited to go to Japan. Like, I've been accepted to the program now, and just yesterday I went to a study abroad orientation where I met the other people who are also going to Nagoya, and there's 6 of us going in total. I'm hoping while I'm there I can post some little videos and vlogs, but I definitely won't be able to continue my gaming whenever I go. I'll try to keep it up over the summer, and maybe I'll play a few extra games and schedule it so that while, like, at least filling out the rest of August, I can have some video games up and playing. But once the semester starts over there, I don't know how the workload's going to be. I don't know what kind of homework I'm going to have to complete. And plus, I'm going there for language and culture classes, so I've been trying to teach myself the language here because, unfortunately, I have had no Japanese language experience. And, well, I mean, I say no. I mean, I have not been in an academic setting. Like, I've not taken actual classes with my university. I have had Rosetta Stone for a long time, but it doesn't teach you the conventional way. Like, it doesn't make you memorize all of the hiragana, all 46 of them. It doesn't make you memorize the katakana or the kanji. I've been kind of teaching myself that. I have not tried to touch the kanji, but I did sign up for a kanji class over there, so there's that. But I signed up for a grammar class. I want to sign up for, like, maybe, I don't know, some other kind of basic class. But I want to try and learn as much of the language as possible while I'm over there, and I plan on volunteering while I'm over there. I'll get to volunteer in an orphanage, actually. But yeah, there's 6 of us going, and we're all gonna fly together, which I'm glad that we all decided we're gonna fly together, because regardless of how well we all get along, like, of course, like, we'll get along well enough since we're gonna have to spend a long period of time together, but, you know, different personalities, different people clash differently, so, but I'm glad we all decided, yeah, we're gonna buy plane tickets together, because I've never flown internationally, I've never left the country before, I've never been outside of the country, so this is going to be a crazy experience. But I've been teaching myself hiragana and katakana. I've only been doing hiragana, really, and, like, my friend keeps nagging me about learning vocabulary, which I do need to do, but I'm trying to start off, like, at the bottom and, like, work my way up, because even though, like, I'm going super soon, I still have 5 months left until I go. So I have some time, I just don't have a lot of time. Because, like, 5 months is the length of a semester. So if I can, you know, memorize all of the hiragana, maybe all of the katakana, and then work on a good bit of vocabulary, then I might be able to get through. And plus, hopefully, everybody else who's going on the trip, they've had at least 2 Japanese classes, so I'm going to probably have to rely on them a little bit, but I'm hoping that I'll get to make a whole bunch of friends over there in Japan. And the place that we're staying is the International House, or the I House, so there will be a lot of other people from other countries that are going to come and stay there as well and go to NUFs. So I started that process back in, like, January, beginning of February. I know I had to turn in the paper at the beginning of February. And right now I have 3 weeks left of classes, and I'm so ready for this semester to be over. But then I also have a summer class that lasts like 10 weeks, so I'm gonna have to be doing that. But I'm so excited and ready to go, but I have to wait. I'm just waiting right now. But I have no idea how to pack. Like, I've been told, like, not to pack a lot, which I understand. I'm gonna have to buy, like, a new purse because I'm weird about purses. So it's actually gonna be a backpack more than a purse, because I don't do purses. They're annoying. And it actually snows over there. Like, where I live, it snowed once, and it was melted by, like, the morning. But, like, late at night, it, like, snowed, like, that much. It was actually pretty cool. But that was, like, 7 years ago. So, and I've seen snow up in my aunt's in North Carolina, but that was even longer ago. So, I'm excited to see snow. I'm excited to just be in the culture, to be able to see firsthand what the culture's like, to be able to see the inspiration for these anime that I've watched, because while I know that I don't need to base my experience off of anime really, it's still a good tool for me to have an idea of what it's like and what their values are like. Because even like artists anywhere are shaped by their environment. They get inspiration from the things that they've been through. Their values and beliefs are ingrained in their culture. So the things that I see within anime, I could probably see over in Japan as well. And that's exciting. I hope to look into some of the manga companies and the anime studios over there, because I would love to start working with one of those two things. And I really want to learn the language, because I would really love to teach English, but I don't know how I'm gonna like it over there yet, obviously, because like I may adore the culture and everything, but that doesn't mean I'm going to love it over there, and I need to like remember that. I'm not a tourist, I'm going to be going there to study anyways, so. But I'm excited to go explore Tokyo, to see Akihabara and Shinjuku. I really want to try an onsen, but unfortunately I have like a lot of tattoos that are hard to cover up, so it's going to be hard to find an onsen that will let me go in the bath. Maybe I can find an onsen that has a ryokan that has personal baths, like personal onsens, and maybe I can go in that, but I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Rachel and June's YouTube videos and Abroad in Japan's YouTube videos, and as well as some of the people they're associated with. They have been a lot of good information and a lot of fun things that I've learned. I just kind of wanted to give an update about what's going on, and plus I'm super excited, and the people around me are so tired of hearing me talk about this. Like, I swear, I bring up Japan, like, I used to bring up anime and stuff a whole bunch anyway, but now it's like at least once every day I talk about whenever I go to Japan, packing for Japan, tidbits and facts that I've learned about Japan, and like, I swear, I'm sure my mom's so sick of it. Like I said, I'm so excited to go. Like, I cannot wait. It's gonna be so much fun. So, bye.